British food sucks, but does it? That is what the media says, and that's what people say online. British food really sucks. But as an Englishman and as a guy from London, I'm here to show you that British food doesn't necessarily suck. We are here in London. Well, you call it London. Is it really London, Giulia?
Not really.
Not really London. Well, it is London. This is Greater London. We are in Sutton at the moment. Now, Sutton is on the outskirts of London. It's zone 4 out of something like 9 zones of London. So it's well within the zone. We're going to check out some food today and check out some British classics. It's about 4 degrees or 5 degrees. There's a little bit of sunlight. It's pretty good. But this is where I grew up. This is my stomping ground. And
Let's say it's nowhere like people will go to if they come to visit us, right?
maybe they wouldn't come here. Yeah.
I'm sure that's safe to say.
UK is home of the pubs. As you can see, there's a lot of pubs around here actually. And this is kind of a suburbs of London. And first place we're headed is something I've always missed when travelling. It's one thing you cannot get anywhere else in the world. People might think you can, but you can't get the proper fish and chips. Now, I don't eat fish, but the chips are some of the best things anymore. But
I used to like fish and chips, and it's something that most people like to get some approval over the world.
But the fish and chips here are different, aren't they? You have to admit.
Yeah.
It's in the vinegar. Let me show you how they do it. Fish and chip shops in the UK. Let's have a look. Oh. Whoa.
Oh my gosh, it's so cold.
It's cold outside, isn't it? Right, what are we getting? Let's get large, small chips.
Yeah, it's more.
Small chips. Hello, boss. How you doing? Can I get a small chips, please, mate? Takeaway is fine. Small chips. Yeah, please. Thanks, boss.
Do you have a paper or box?
Paper's better. Yeah, I prefer paper. Looks a little better. Thank you. Old school.
You have chips or more?
No, that's perfect.
You sure?
That's perfect. Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah, you have to be more.
Something I've missed the most about England. Fish and chips.
Salt and vinegar?
Salt and vinegar, please, mate. Yeah. And the vinegar. Yeah, vinegar's good. That's the best stuff. That's what it's all about. We love a bit of vinegar.
Stuff. Me?
No, vinegar. Ah, the vinegar. Can't beat a good chippy in London, though, can ya? Yeah, you got to pay cash. Old school.
Yeah, right.
Old school cash. Much. That's how you do it. You wrap it up. Looks good. Thank you, boss. Thank you so much.
YouTube?
YouTube, yeah. Do a little bit of YouTube here and there. I'm an Englishman. I'm not in England much, and I miss fish and chips. I miss the salt and vinegar. It's delicious. You don't get it anywhere else, so I'm excited to eat it. Cheers, pal. See you later. Huh? See you later. Thanks, boss. Right, there you go. So that is a chippy here in London. Now, let me tell you, what's really exciting about a chippy is that salt and vinegar you saw. That vinegar is different. Now, that is non-brewed condiment. It's not technically the vinegar that people eat. So that's what makes this fish and chips so special. So what they do is in fish and chip shop is they wrap it up in this paper. This is typically one of the most British things in the world. In England, they're different. Look at the shape of them. They're all proper pieces of potato. They're all freshly cut. And what they do is they cover it in salt and vinegar. But that vinegar is not traditional vinegar. What they call it is non-brewed condiment. And non-brewed condiment is not vinegar. It's actually something different. It's actually a mixture of different things that they call non-brewed condiment, and they can't actually call it vinegar anymore because it's not vinegar. But let's give it a try. Look at that. Right. Oh yeah. You get the salty flavour, and then you get the vinegar coming through. Look at that. Oh. They're warm, fluffy on the inside, crunchy on the outside. You get the saltiness and you get that really nice vinegary flavour. Oh. You won't find these in Italy.
Yes, you don't. It's probably the one thing you can eat in England. It's probably the best thing you can eat in England, the chips, no? It must be. Best food you find in England.
Guys, as kids we used to eat this stuff quite regularly. Sometimes you'd have them on the way back after school, or sometimes you'd have them with dinner. So guys, that was typically a British mealtime food or snack. British chips. Now British chips, as I said, a little bit different, using non-brewed condiments, so it makes the flavour a lot different to any of the fish and chips you've ever had abroad. Once you've had fish and chips in the UK, you'll know exactly what I mean. Right, the next one, guys, is another place up here, and England is very, very cold, as you can see, so you can imagine what kind of meals we're eating. We're eating a lot of potato. Next one is pies. Now England is very, very famous for pies. It's that cold weather, and maybe a little bit mashed potato. There is a traditional, one of the oldest pie houses in Sutton here, and it's called M Man's. Now this place is very, very famous with British people. So this is the joint. It's called M Man's. Let's go have a look. Vegan pie and sausage meals available. One thing it says on the door, it says pie house and eel and pie house. Now let me tell you, eels sounds like a very, very strange thing, but actually that is typically English as well. It's actually not that well eaten in this day and age. People don't eat eels anymore. But back in the day, eels was a big thing in the UK. But nowadays, young people, they don't eat eels anymore because it's a bit grim, isn't it? Jellied eels, they call them. Would you like to eat a jellied eel? I certainly wouldn't myself. But so in these places, they have pie, they have mash, and then they have something called liquor as well, which is a parsley kind of sauce that they put on. But there's not a lot of pie shops left in London. There's only a fair few, and it's not that well known with young people. Young people don't eat it that much, but it's very nice and very, very warming food, and it's very good value. Right, let's have a look. Look at this.
It's going to be about 5 minutes.
5 minutes, that's alright, thank you. As you can see, very, very traditional inside this place. This is what traditional cafes and restaurants will look like in England. And what's really fascinating about this place is it's retained the traditionalness of it feels almost like stepping back in time, almost when you're coming in. I've been to these places a couple of times before, but I've never been to the Sutton branch. So what's super interesting about this is it's good food, and it's a really, really good rate. I mean, it's about £5-6 for some pie and some mash, and that's a good lunch in England. Traditionally nowadays in England, you're probably paying about £12 to eat out, £14. Interesting about this, very thin tables, and then they've got benches in here as well people sit on. You wouldn't find benches in many restaurants in this day and age out there. Do you like traditional Britain? Right, so this is it. This is traditional British food served right here. Look how much liquor they put on it. So this green stuff here is liquor. It's parsley sauce they put with it. In the past, sometimes it's had things like fish stock or jellied eels in it, but I don't think they make that way anymore. Anyway, you've got mashed potato and you've got pie as well. What's that? Look at that. What I'm going to do, let's try the mash first. Oh yeah.
You used to eat this as a kid?
Pie and mash, yeah. Not so much liquor. This is more of a kind of London. We like to think this is more like this kind of food because we don't really eat this that much. But I did eat pie and mash when I was a kid a lot. So what you understand is this is very good food for a very affordable price. In England, you can't find prices like this anymore. Wow. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, very warming. When you're looking at British food, this is probably one of the most typical British dishes you can get. So guys, if you don't feel Big is what you've got. You can also add some pepper to your mash as well, which is nice. Get some of that on. Got vinegar as well. When you add the vinegar to it as well, vinegar is another additional thing that they add to it. The vinegar just adds another layer to it. You can smell the black pepper. The black pepper is actually white pepper. And white pepper tends to have a very farmy smell to it. I don't know why, I've always thought it just smells like farms. Guys, outside they've got tips for first timers from our regulars. Order at the counter, sit in an empty spot, use a spoon and fork. Lots of vinegar. Liquor isn't scary, it's delicious. Turn over the pie. Order a double. Manzes will change your life. Yeah, lovely.
What's double?
Maybe a double pie. They also do liquor and sarsaparilla as well. So liquor, as you can see, is a parsley sauce. Jellied eels, stewed eels, classics. Not many people eat them anymore. Sarsaparilla is a drink. So, Julia, what do you reckon of traditional Britain? Guys, let's face it, travelling to a new destination can be very difficult. You've got to worry about visas, hotels, packing. The last thing you need is to arrive at your destination and find out you don't have any internet. You can't find your hotel, and Dodgy Dave wants to charge you 5 times the price at the taxi rank to get to your hotel because you don't have any internet. Well, what if I told you you could have internet as soon as you land? We've been using eSIMs with Holofly. Now, what on earth is an eSIM? Well, an eSIM is a digital SIM. You don't have to worry about fiddling with physical SIMs anymore. All you got to do is jump on Holofly's website or on their app, and you can navigate 213 destinations and pick yours, and you can download an eSIM and have it activated in under a minute. What makes it super great is there's no hidden costs, and they've got 24/7 support. And the best thing is they offer unlimited data. So there's no reason to get stuck on the back roads of your destination without any data. Again, let me tell you guys, I've been there and it ain't pretty. Guys, if you want to give Holofly a try, you can use our discount code, which is Veggies on Tour. You'll get 5% off. So that is a worry I don't need to worry about anymore. And I don't have to hand any more money over to Dodgy Dave at the taxi rank. I can just book an app taxi through one of the apps on my phone. Thank you, Holofly. British meal. Supported by an Italian family here in England.
To be honest, I'm not a fan of the liquor thing.
Oh, you don't like the liquor, no?
No, so I don't know. I think that's a bit of an acquired taste.
It is comfort food. That's what it is. It's good, warming comfort food. You don't want to be eating a few tomatoes and some rocket. Not in this weather. Well, it's too cold for that, isn't it? It's too cold. We want potatoes. We want stodgy food. We want food, you know, food that will warm you up, that will keep your energy going, because you need to keep warm. And that kind of food.
It's not beautiful looking.
It's not beautiful.
You have to give it.
Okay, so British food doesn't suck, right? There's another place I want to show you. I'm trying to show you all the places that aren't obvious. You know, the obvious stuff, let me be straight with you, is things like roast dinner, which is also amazing, and yeah, full English breakfast, and great British curry. British curry. But there's another stop here I wanted to show you. It's also another favourite in the UK, and these are places that you could go to when you come to the UK because they're also very affordable. I like to pick the affordable ones. Greggs is a British baker.
Like
what is it? Coffee. It's the British Starbucks.
Quite familiar.
It's the British Starbucks.
That's a Christmas cracker.
The Christmas cracker, hot Christmas lunch baguette. Wow, look at that, eh?
Oh, that's the classic.
Mince pies are classic. Yeah, that is very classic.
Or is it normal to eat outside Christmas?
No, only Christmas. Christmas are famous for mince pies. Now, mince pies is made of used to be made of mince meat, I think, back in the day. And these days, it's made of it's made of some kind of like fruit and seeds. And
if you tell me it's mince pie, I still think it's
beef mince or something. Yeah, it's vegetarian, it's sweet, and it's a dessert.
I found it very strange at first.
That is classic British food as well. It's very nice. Yeah, let's walk in and have a look. I'll tell you all the classics. The steak bake is very, very famous with people. There's also a festive bake as well here. Oh, gift cards. Yeah. Cheese and onion base, classic. This one is very, very synonymous with Greggs, which is sausage, bean, cheese melt. And as you can see, there's only one left because it's very popular. Whoosh. And then you've got the vegan stuff as well. So this stuff is very new to Greggs in the last few years. And you've got vegan sausage roll. Now, sausage rolls are very, very popular in the UK. And then can we also get, mince pie as well, please, mate? Cheers, Pat.
Anything else for you guys?
No, that's perfect. Thanks, mate. Guys, classic British food here right now is the sausage roll. Unveiled by Giulia. Look at that. Let's try it. Here we go, guys. British food in England. Here we go. Been a while since I've had one of these. Oh. Flaky pastry. Nice. Really flaky pastry. And inside you've got the sausage, or in my case the vegan sausage. Oh wow. This is typically British. It's a little bit warm. It's and pastry on the outside, guys, is the best bit.
This is a bit like ham.
Tastes a bit like ham. Because it's like the kind of pork mince really, isn't it? But it's not pork.
It's nice. I want to say normally this comes so hot that you can't even eat it for a minute.
Yeah. Strong Brexit flavour, seasoned with Brexit.
It doesn't get more English than that, does it?
Doesn't get more English than that. It just tastes a bit good, this dry now. Right, crew. Right, I'm going to get out one of the most British things available. Now this is British food through and through. Now this is a mince pie. Look at that. But this is typically British. We'll eat maybe 3 of these, 4 of these, 5 of these, 6 of these, 7 of these during the whole Christmas period. We'll have one every day. There'll be people in the office and they'll have these. This is very, very synonymous.
Is this warm? You warm me up.
They warm them up sometimes.
Oh,
this one's not warm.
It's nice actually.
Oh yeah.
It's even this. Is it
Sultanas and raisins and some kind of...
Right.
Oh, careful. Alright, never finished the video yesterday. So that was a little bit of an intro to British food. British food doesn't need to sap, you see. It's not always sad food, you see. But what's quite ironic is right now I'm sitting in England, about to leave England, and I'm eating a very sad meal. The actual ingredients are not technically sad, and this is a classic in England. It's brie and cheese. Brie and cranberry. Look at that. It looks a bit like jam. It's festive, but oh, you can smell the brie on that. But it's not a very nice looking plate of food.
Yeah, it is airport food.
But it is airport. It is airport.
It's what you can eat. Like, no airport food is nice in any country, so you can't blame England for that.
No, you're right.
To be honest, it's also, I think people are a bit mean about English food in the sense that, yeah, it's not the best food in the world, but I mean, our food in like northern countries is pretty terrible, isn't it?
You reckon?
I mean, English food is not great, but it's probably better than German food.
Mate, better than German food. Obviously, it's better than Scandinavian food.
Yeah, no,
English
but everyone
food.
always talks about
English
that.
food is far better than many countries. The only countries that are better for food: Spanish, Italians, Greeks,
Warmer countries.
Turks, Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Signing off on this, what I want to say is British food doesn't look always the prettiest, but it can be very, very good food. And the thing is also British food doesn't need to be expensive. It can be very, very cheap. So it's good. Check out whoever sponsored this video, if we get a sponsor for this video. And yeah, guys, we will see you in the next one. British food doesn't suck. £10.49 for some Haribo. Fuck me.